Did you know that the guitar is over 1,000 years old? It's one of the most popular instruments in the whole world, and millions of people play the guitar, and that's what our next artist is doing. He's going to be playing a guitar, and he's really good at it. It's something called thumb picking, and we're going to talk to him about what kind of style that is on the guitar. So let's welcome him, the 14 years old, Caleb Hardin, right here on WoodSongs Kids. There you go. Caleb Hardin on the guitar, 14 years old. Now, how long have you been playing the guitar?
A little over a year.
What? Really? Just 1 year?
Mm-hmm.
You got that good in just 1 year. So
good
there's hope for everybody, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so now what made you pick up the guitar at 13 years old?
Well, I heard Chet Atkins play.
So you heard Chet Atkins play, decided to play the guitar for the first time,
Mm-hmm.
and 12 months later you're on a national broadcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, of course, why not, right? So you must have practiced a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is a normal your home practicing? What do you normally do on the guitar?
Most of the time it's Baby's Coming Home.
That song is what you play?
Yep.
Okay, well, we're going to get to that song here in a minute. But when you're practicing, do you practice scales?
No, not as much as it is more just the
thumb picking
5, 4,
style.
6, 4 beat.
So that's thumb picking.
Mhm.
So explain to the audience what thumb picking is. Let's dissect that. And let's get the cameras close on your hands. What is thumb picking?
So thumb picking is where you have an alternating bass line, 5, 4, 6, 4, and then you play the melody on top of that. So.
That's a Libby Cotton song, Freight Train.
Mm-hmm.
Well, very good. That was really cool. Now, you heard Chet Atkins play. Now, he was a very complicated player, wasn't he? So was it kind of daunting for you to try to copy his style?
Oh, definitely.
So you sat down for the first time? Did you YouTube him? How did you learn his stuff?
Well, I first tried with YouTube and then realized that wasn't going to work.
What worked?
I
I'm
found a
sure the
teacher.
audience wants to know what on earth worked.
I found a teacher. His name's Wesley Crider, and I think he's about as good as you can get.
Mm-hmm. And so he would sit down with you and show you just lick by lick, string by string, right?
Yeah.
So what was a normal thing he would show you? What would he show you on the guitar?
Well, a lot of it was the chords. Learn how to change between different chords.
Was it hard for you to remember where to put your fingers on the fretboard?
A little bit, yeah. Trying to know what fret and everything.
Okay, well, we're going to get into another song. Now, this is the song that you said that you practice to a lot, right? This is called Baby's Coming Home. Now, where did you learn this? Who inspired you to learn this song?
Well, I first heard Chet Atkins play it, and then I think Jerry Reed originally wrote it.
Right.
And My teacher taught it to me.
All right, he's 14 years old. He's going to play a rather difficult song, Baby's Coming Home. It's Caleb Hardin on WoodSongs Kids. Caleb Hardin, 14 years old, and you've only been playing for just 1 year, right? So now, are there like community groups that will sit around with their guitars and you can go join them and play? What is that like?
Well, in Drakesboro, Kentucky, there's the Kentucky Thumbpickers group, and first Saturday of every month, they have a little group meeting up there, and we go up there and we play.
And so you're surrounded by other thumb pickers, and they all have acoustic guitars.
Yes.
Right? And what do you learn from folks when you're sitting there in person with them and they're playing a song that you've never played before? What do you learn from them?
Well, you'll see them playing, they'll hit a cool chord, or they'll do a little roll or lick or something, and you'll try to pick it up or say, show me what that was. And you can learn a lot.
When you're playing, what is the hardest song that you know, that you think you play really well?
Probably Cannonball Rag.
Cannonball, the one that you played earlier, right? What's another song that's like that? Like, do you know any other Chet Atkins type songs?
I know San Antonio Rose.
Well, let's hear some of that. Play that song for us. Go. Caleb Hardin. Now that has a real Spanish feel to it, huh? So when you're learning how to play the guitar, you didn't have a nice guitar like this when you started.
No.
What kind of guitar did you have when you started?
I had a little Takamine nylon string.
Nylon string. Now this is a steel string.
Yes.
Now, this is a really nice guitar. What kind is this?
This is a Wallace. It's a handmade guitar by Mr. David Wallace. And I think he builds about the best guitars.
How hard was it to convince Mom and Dad to buy you an expensive guitar?
Not terribly hard.
Because you were honest, you were really working hard at it, right? So when you started playing, like how many hours a day were you practicing your guitar?
1.5, something like that.
So you'd come home from school. Were you public school or homeschooled?
Homeschooled.
You were homeschooled.
Mhm.
So you were just like in love with this thing when you started, right?
Mhm.
That's an important thing. Loving something is important, right?
Mhm.
It makes you want to do it.
Mhm.
So what would you tell other kids that want to play the guitar like you? What would you tell them that would encourage them and show them how they need to approach the guitar?
Just stick with it. Take little steps. And just learn the basics. You know, if you're thumb picking, just learn to do that much. And then you can add in your fingers. You'll eventually be able to play songs.
And that's how it works, right? Step
Mhm.
by step. That's always the easiest thing. If you don't overcomplicate it, you can probably learn just about anything
Mhm.
you want, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you're going to do another song for us. What song is this one?
This is I'll See You in My Dreams.
Now, what is it about this song that you like?
Oh, it's just a pretty song.
Just a pretty song on the
Yeah.
guitar, right? Caleb Hardin, he's 14 years old. Good job. That's really good. So there's a lot of thumb pickers out there. I mean, thumb picking is becoming like really, really popular right now, isn't it?
Mhm.
So who's your favorite thumb picker that's out there doing concerts right now?
I guess Tommy Emmanuel.
Tommy Emmanuel from Australia, right?
Mhm.
And he's inspired a lot of folks, and he really has encouraged a lot of kids, hasn't he?
Mhm.
And when you play an instrument, encouraging other people to play with you is probably one of the best things you can do,
Mhm.
right? Why? How's that helped you?
Well, it gives you confidence to want to get up there and play with other people when you see somebody doing the same thing you're doing.
You know, when we started this, you played Cannonball Rag, which was so good. Why don't we close the show? Give me another minute of Cannonball Rag.
All right.
Wasn't it great having young Caleb Hardin